Good morning, students. Welcome to the class. In the previous class, we completed the 3D lighting and what basic illumination model. Okay, the concept of basic illumination model. Today, I will discuss the different methods of basic illumination model. What are the different types of method that are we discuss in this class? Okay. So let us see basic illumination model types or different types of basic illumination model. Okay. So basic illumination model is the simplified and fast method for calculating surface intensities. Okay. To calculate the surface intensities, basic illumination model is the simplified and fast method. Okay. Calculations are based on the optical properties of surface and the lighting conditions. Neither reflected sources nor shadows. Only the lighting conditions and the optical properties of surface. These tools are important for calculating the surface intensities. Okay. Light source are considered to be point source. A reasonably good approximation of most scene. The different types of illumination models are ambient light, diffuse reflection and specular reflection. Okay. So here in this diagram, ambient light means this is the mm, background color. Okay, that means background color. And the diffuse reflection means the lights which are the effects which are gives in the picture. And the specular lighting means the point when the light is fall, that means particular spotlight. Okay, so in this way the different types of lights are divided, or different types of illumination models according to the light source it is divided. Okay, and also in this figure ambient light in a spin, this is the ambient light. This means here only background pictures are there, no effects are there. But in the diffuse light, the light hitting the surface of the object. Okay, that means the surface looks matter almost the plastic like. That means the surface is roughy, then the lights absorb. If the surface is shining types, then the light are not the light as much not absorb, but it will much to reflect it. And in the specular reflection, the three here the lights are fall in a particular point and reflected. Okay, so all these things we have discussed in detail. Let us see. This one is your ambient light, this one is your diffuse reflection, and this one is your specular reflection. Here the particular point the lights is focused. Okay, when these three types of light, ambient light, diffuse reflection and specular reflection, these three are combined, the object are look like this. Okay, so first we discuss about the ambient illumination. Okay, or ambient light. Reflected light from the environment and the nearby object cause other objects to illuminate. Okay, it is also called background light. Ambient illumination or ambient light is also called the background light. Okay, that means the light reflected from the environment or the nearby object are illuminate the other objects. Okay, even though an object in a scene is not directly light, it will still be visible This is because light is reflected from nearby objects. Okay, that means in a object that or in a picture or in a scene is not directly light, still it will visible because the light is reflected from nearby object so that the object we can see. Okay, then ambient light has no spatial and directional characteristics. The ambient light has no direction. The ambient light comes from all all around the direction, particular not. Okay. The amount of ambient light incident on each object is a constant for all surface and over all direction. That means when the sun gives us light, the lights are comes from the sun are fall in our environment in all direction, not particular direction. Okay, not the left side, not the right side, not the top, not the bottom, not the light falls in the earth in all direction. Okay, that means the amount of ambient light that is reflected by an object is independent of the object position or orientation and depends only the optical properties on the surface. Okay, that means the light of ambient light or the source of light is reflected and by an object is independent of the object position or orientation. That means it is dependent on the it is not dependent on the object position or orientation, in which position the object is stay there or in which orientation the object is keep there. Okay, and depends only on the optical properties of the surface. The level of ambient light in a scene is a parameter IA and each surface illuminated with this constant value. Okay, the ambient light parameter is IA. Okay, assume you are standing on a road facing a building with a glass exterior and sun rays are falling on that building reflected back from it and falling on the object under observation. This would be ambient illumination. That means you are standing on a road and the sunlight is focused on a building where the windows are made up of glass. Okay, the windows door is glass door. Okay, the sunlight is falls on the window and reflected, the sun rays are falls on the windows or building and reflected back from it and falling on the object. Okay, this type of light is called ambient illumination. That means the sun rays are focusing on a object and the object reflected and another reflected and also gives the light to another object. Also the another object is reflected and also focus on the light on the another object. Okay, in this way ambient lights are comes. In simple words, ambient illumination is the one where source of light is indirect, not directly comes. That means the sun rays are comes in the environment but not directly. That means in every object the sun rays are fall, but when the sun rays are focused on the particular object, it reflected that object and gives the lighting to another object. So in this way, so that we say that the ambient illumination or the sun rays is the source of light is not indirect. Okay, when the light is used alone, it does not produce very interesting pictures. Okay, so here this is a room, but the rooms are the windows are glass windows. The sun rays are comes of this comes on into the room, but here the in all the direction the sun rays are comes. Okay, also the glass are reflected and another objects are also see here. Okay, so this one is a picture of ambient light. So here illumination equation for ambient light is I equals to Ka and Ia. Okay, where I is the resulting intensity, Ia is the incident ambient light intensity, Ka is the object's basic intensity or ambient reflection coefficient. Okay, so these things all of you remember it, this portion. Okay, this is the equation for ambient light. All this is important, all of you remember these things. Okay.